Hey everyone, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Generation Toy Gorilla GT-10w. Their take on a, you can say an albino Optimus Primal T-Beast version, or an T-Beast Ultra Magnus. However you want to do it. I mean, it's in Ultra Magnus colors. There's nothing really on the box because it's actually a shipping sleeve. This is the actual box here. And again, there's nothing really on the box other than Generation Toy and a metal outline of the T-Beast Gorilla. Inside, it's just black foam to hold your figure in, and you also get an instruction page that also doubles as, I'll show you. See, this is where it comes packaged in Gorilla mode with the shoulder cannons up for some reason. I don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. You also get this rather large instruction page. It's a page, it's more like a poster, and in it they are using the Optimus Primal figure that they released, which I wish I would have gotten when I had the chance, because this figure is actually pretty nice. I like it. And on the other side, it's a poster of the outside of the box, so that's going up on my wall when I get a chance, you know. So you get in the box your figure. Hopefully this is coming out okay. I know that's a white background. I think that's coming out okay. I can see it pretty well in the whatchamacallit. I don't know if I need the light though. I don't think so. Well, I won't put the light because it does actually add to it. You get an alternate mouth. You get a mouth plate for the robot mode. You get two scimitars. Well, originally they were scimitars. I'm not exactly sure what these would be called. And they just plug into the handle, and they unplug so that you can plug them into here and have white Primal, whatever, having a double wielding blade thing going on here. So we're gonna put that to the side. Now we're gonna focus in on this young gentleman. We'll bring him in a little closer. You can see his face is, it's chromed. I feel a little funny about that because I'm not sure if this is what you want to do with the face, because it actually, unless you are looking at it in the right light, it actually kind of makes seeing the what is the word I'm looking for? The details kind of hard, which is a shame because it's actually a pretty well done face. The hands are chromed, the gorilla toes are chromed, the chest has some chrome. See, I don't mind that. But yeah, he's pretty nice. Like I said, when he comes packaged, he comes with the shoulder cannons out. So when I start transforming him, I'll show you what that looks like, because there's no real need to. Otherwise, he makes a pretty decent looking gorilla. His head is a little boxy, and I know that's the T-Beast design. I'm not a big fan of it. But otherwise, it's pretty well done. It is pretty well done and very well articulate. Let's see. So you can, if you want to, you can have them in a standing pose. You can just straighten out the legs here and get them in a standing pose if that is something you want. Unfortunately, I cannot raise the camera anymore because I've got my table on my bed, but I've got it up so this way we have a bit of a different background. You'll notice there's some nice posters in my, look, I'm just trying to do the best that I can with what I got. It took me. I've had this figure for 2 weeks. It took me 2 weeks to get around to doing this. Woo, okay. So you can have him standing up if you want to. There's a lot of posability. His head can go up and down because of this piece that's in here. It can turn left and right, almost 360. Not quite. It's hitting something, but I don't know what. There we go. His face, technically speaking, can turn left and right inside here a little bit. In here a little bit, but that's because for transformation, you're going to flip this around like that. So, and you can see Optimus Primus. You can see Optimus Primal's head in there. Like he's wearing this monkey piece here as a mask. Why is it sideways? I don't know why it's sideways. But yeah, so there's that. The mouth opens and closes. Let's see if I can kind of show you some of the details. You can kind of see it there. But again, because everything is vacuum chromed there, it's highly reflective. I think they should have just went with the silver like they did here. Painted silver face would have done. I think would have done better. Arms can go 360 here on a nice ratchet. Let's put this down a little bit. There is a butterfly joint that comes out to about that far, which is great for gorilla poses. So he can also go in and out here. Wrists, well, arms rotate at the just below the elbow. His elbow does bend back and forth about, get this out the way, about that far. And wrists can rotate, and I think they move a little. Do they move a little bit? No, they don't. Wrists rotate. Ball jointed thumb with a bend at that knuckle, and then he has two individually articulate fingers that bend at the knuckle here, that knuckle, and that knuckle, so you can get pretty decent point. And then the other two fingers are molded together, and they only have, I thought I heard something, sorry. They only have a pin joint here and a pin joint there, so you don't get very much out of them, but you really don't need them. Let's see. You have a if you move his butt out the way, you can get a waist and even an ab crunch. Again, if you get his butt parts out of the way. But I guess with proper transformation, you don't really get that. It's locked. Actually, this piece here locks into here. Sort of. It doesn't lock into it. It just kind of slides in and holds it. Fun fact, and this is going to probably gross you out, gorillas only have a 1-inch penis, so that's actually shockingly and inappropriately correct. You can always just leave that down because this flap doesn't need to plug in. It's there. It's there. The legs, they're supposed to be like this, but you can straighten them out however you need to. Bend at the knee. Have a bit of a rotation at the thigh. It's actually 2 knees. And the foot can pivot side to side and go back and forth. And then the toes for the gorilla can go up and down. And they fold all the way around because they actually fold inside here from bot mode. So let's go ahead and get him back into his gorilla stance real quick so we can do some comparisons. So okay, so there, well, here he is with the universe repaint of Optimus Primal. I have the original Optimus Primal. I just didn't want to transform him. Just so you can get sort of a size comparison. Here he is next to MP10 Optimus Prime. So you can see he is in in gorilla mode, sorry, that's offensive to apes. He's a little short, but he should be short because he's a gorilla. Gorillas don't have long legs. They're not very, I don't know want to say they're not very tall. I don't know how tall a gorilla is. I just know that they're massive and powerful. So, and because his hands are pretty articulate, you can actually, if you decide to, it's the same hands as the robot mode. You can, if you want to, put a sword in his hand, and there's a little hole in the hand, in the palm of the hand. Oh, I didn't even notice. There's a little hole in the palm of the hand, but there's also a little cutout, so you could probably use like MP10's weapons. Or some, yeah, here, hold on. Let's see. To plug in, I mean, his hands hold well enough that you can actually put weapons that don't peg in his hands. Let's see, can this go in here? No, this can't. No, never mind. I thought it could, but the post isn't long enough. But you can, if you want to, you can put that in there if you want to have him walking around with a sword, because, you know, gorillas aren't dangerous enough, and it's not like one of them can just rip your arm off if it wanted to without a hassle. I think a chimpanzee can do that, and gorillas are more powerful than chimpanzees. So yeah. If you want to, and you have any weapons, like I have this MP1/MP4 Optimus or convoy gun, and his grip is so good that you can actually, hopefully it won't make a liar out of me, get his fingers around it, and he'll hold it pretty good. It droops a little bit, but I mean, you know, there we go. Actually, that's a lot better. And you can see he's holding it pretty well. Actually, woo, I didn't expect that he'd be able to hold him upside down. This here is, I'd gotten an add-on kit for, it's actually supposed to be for Ultra Magnus. And I just painted, I'm going to have to paint this gun some more. But I'm painting it gunmetal gray, and I think for some reason I think that goes well with, like, it almost matches like the gray or black that's on the figure. And you can also have him hold this the same way as you held that, and I think the grip is a little bit bigger, so he holds it a little bit better. But yeah, so if you want to, you can have a gorilla wielding some guns if you want to. That's and again, it's in there pretty darn good. So, and that's less to do with the gun, that's more to do with his actual grip. This figure's grip is crazy. So let's go ahead and transform him. So the first thing you want to do is just straighten out the legs. Take these bits here, and his toes actually have die cast in them, and I don't know what else does, but I know his toes do. So it gives him a little weight. And flip these over, and now you can go ahead and straighten out his side toes and just put them flat against the sides of his feet. Okay, so then what you're going to do is just turn the figure backwards. Turn this down some. Okay, pull these pieces out like so, and then this piece here rocks on out like so. It extends out, and there are little, you can see these little rectangular cutouts. That's where the sides of the legs here pin in, and you do this, and this actually gives them a little more height. So just so you can see the difference in leg height if you don't do it. So you go ahead and split this again, wiggle this on down, line up these tabs with these slots, and then you're just going to close them again, and it will click into place. Pull these pieces down, and the lower legs are done. Now as far as the upper legs, you're going to come over here, and these pieces come out like this to form his legs. So let me go ahead and do this again. So in here, you're gonna pull this piece like this. This comes out like this. Straighten it out, and then put it back, and then just push these pieces in. You can leave them out if you want to, but I push them in because it's easier to work with the double knees. And we're gonna leave that for now. We're gonna come up to the top, and we're going to, I always forget this part, untab here, these bits here, and then untab the side bits here. Now the side bits will then kind of I haven't actually done this on camera, so it's got a double, I don't know how to explain that, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and collapse it in like so. See how it's collapsing in? And I'm doing this on purpose because the instructions don't really explain that very well. The instructions are not the greatest. So you're gonna do that again. Just bring that down, and then like that, and just leave it open for now. And we're gonna go ahead and take this butt piece here, and this butt piece will now, you're going to rock this up like so. So let's see, hopefully you can see that, and that fits like that. And we'll go ahead and we'll bring the guns out. They just, the shoulder cannons, they just swing out. So you don't have to have them out, but I mean, he's Optimus Primal, that's kind of his thing. So then you're gonna go ahead and push this back down and get the, bring his, he's got an ab crunch now, so these go in, hold on, push these in first, because instead of plugging in on the sides like they did before, now they are going to go into this back area. So it goes like that and like that, and then these bits right here will close over on this tab, and it slides up and down. I don't know why it slides up and down, because to be honest with you, I've only ever used one tab hole, and it's always so hard to get the freaking thing tabbed in. There we go. That's one side, that's both sides. Okay, so those are tabbed in. Go ahead and open the head here, and this piece slides down in here, and it will, there's some tabs inside here that it will tab into. So okay, and you're gonna bring this bit down and bring this out like this, and this monkey boob here will swing into and around the back here, and then this monkey boob will just rotate over, so now he has a mono boob. Okay, and you want to push this, hold on a second, that out. You want this looking up as much as possible, because you've got to get this all cleared, turned in. Maybe not close this just yet. Oh. back up again, just so we can lift the handle some more. You know, I have not gotten this thing stuck once. In the 2 weeks I've had it, he's been a joy to transform. On camera, all of a sudden, you know how it goes. Okay, let's open these bits up again. Okay, so this way we've got more clearance, and there we go. Now we can get that piece in. So it goes in like that. Then you're going to take the gorilla face. Take the gorilla face. Actually, let's just do this. Lift it up. 180 it. Push it down. Bring this whole piece down, and it will slot into this open chest piece here, like that. And then this piece here, which was like a groin flap for the gorilla for whatever reason, I don't think I need this right now, will tab into these pieces here. So do that, it'll tab in, lock into place, and we'll go ahead and get the back cleaned up real quick. Bring this stuff in and close this back up. Again, gotta line these side pieces up so that the tabs go in where they're supposed to. That's one. Why won't you stay? Okay. I can get it. I will probably cut this part because you've already seen me clip it together already. Okay, there we go. And then rotate here, and we've got the gorilla. We got the robot mode almost finished. We rotate at the waist, and then flip these pieces up here, and then flip this open and rock this up, and make sure that that hole is facing the inside, because you're going to use this peg here to peg into that hole, and that will lock this all together. As you can see, you do the same thing on the other side. Lift this up, open this up, bring it on up like that, close it, and that is your big bot in bot mode. And I really need to raise this camera up some. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. How am I gonna do that? And you can see the whole figure. Let me turn this off. There we go. See the whole figure. He is a nice sized figure. So size comparison quickly. Here's with MP10, and why does he look shorter now than he did on my shelf? On my shelf, they're roughly the same height. I must not. Oh, okay, that's why. Make sure you straighten these bits out. There we go. And yeah, he is just very slightly shorter than MP10. So, not bad. Considering that in the cartoon he was only up to about MP10's knee in this configuration, so to speak. It's not a bad size. Let me go ahead and grab the original quote-unquote G1 Beast Wars Optimus Primal, and you can see that he is about 1.5 inches taller than that. And here is, as you can see, about how much bigger he got from his gorilla mode. So let's go over articulation really quickly. His head can wiggle waggle left to right, look up, look down, rotate his, well actually his head doesn't rotate, his neck is what's rotating right now. He has a light up eyes gimmick. I don't have the batteries for it, so that's just not going to happen. Rotation 360 at the arms, same butterfly joint. His arms rotate 360 at the upper bicep, in and out, nice ratchets. Basically the same articulation he had as a gorilla. Now he's got a waist. Legs go forward that far, go back that far. He's got 2 knees now, so you can get, using the 2 knees, you can get a pretty good spread. And the legs go up and down and side to side, and that is nice. That's actually part of the original, like the original toy design had that. If you look right here, he has the pistons going up and down, so that's actually pretty darn cool in my opinion. Now he does have his little guns here, so when you pull them out, you're going to pull them up a little bit more to expose this pinned hinge, and that way you can put them to the sides of his head so he has his side mounted guns just like the original figure did. I'll be honest with you though, they look kind of puny, and I'll show you what I mean. Go ahead and press that button, are you? See that the original one, the guns come out a lot more. Here they barely go to his chest. Here they come past his chest. So here's that. He does have a changing out faceplate. I actually haven't changed out the faceplate. Like, I've taken this one off just to see, but I haven't changed out the faceplate. I've seen one reviewer have an issue where his faceplate got stuck. So this faceplate here, I don't know if you can see it very well. Let's see. You can see he's got the Optimus Primal mouth. Again, not a big fan of this, especially because like his mouth area should be the same color as the area around his eyes, which is this sort of pearlescent white, and they did not do that. They just molded the whole thing and didn't paint the inside, which kind of sucks. I may try to do that. So here's his face without the mask on. Go ahead and put the other mask on, and I mean, honestly, you'd see a huge difference if it wasn't that it was chromed. Everything is chromed. Come on. Getting it in is such a hard time. There we go. And now the shine is gone from the faceplate because I've got fingerprints all over it. But it looks nice. He looks nice with the faceplate, I must admit. I'm not sure if I like the faceplate more. I gotta fix this. Hold on. This isn't on right. Come on. We can do this. Such a pain in the butt. Woo-hoo! His faceplate, because it's the chrome, the vacuum chrome on it. It's so slippery. know, that's about as good as it's gonna be. It looks nice. It looks nice. It's a nice Optimus Primal, or Optimus Magnus Primal, Ultra Maximal. I don't know what would we call him. Ultra Maximal, maybe. Let's go with Ultra Maximal, because it's, yeah. So he's pretty nice. And then if you don't want these weapons out, you can open up the back and put them in there. I usually don't have the weapons out because I think they're just rather puny and not very impressive, if I'm honest. So we'll go ahead and put those back. Okay. And then close these back up. Hold on a second. You are supposed to be up more. Sorry, you. There we go. Okay. There's one. There's two. And that actually closed up really nicely. And it's because it's not all the way in. That's why. Okay. Oh, I have such an issue with this. There we go. Alrighty. And like I said, he comes with these two scimitar. So you can, if you want to, plug them in. If you don't, you can always, if you want weapon storage, stick them on his back, like so. And if you want to, you can also plug this to his back, but it doesn't really make much sense. And then, like I said, you can, oops, take these, plug these in here and here. And I'm not sure if he used something like this in the show, and then you can have him hold it with, oh, his faceplate popped off. You can have him hold it with one hand if you want to, a la Darth Maul. Or, you know, you can technically two-hand it, but we'll just one-hand it for now. And let's get his faceplate. Let's put his old faceplate on. Let's see if we can get that back on, because that seems to be the one that works better for some reason. And I've taken it off and I put it back on and not had an issue with it. For some reason, I'm having an issue with the other faceplate, and I don't know why. For some reason, yeah, for some reason, the other faceplate, I might have to shave something off on it, because the other faceplate doesn't want to hold it. Here we have Optimus Primal with his double scimitar. That's pretty cool. And then again, like I said before, you can have him holding your weapon of choice. So, I mean, he's pretty awesome. And I wish I would have gotten the first one. Now, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a big fan of the T-Beast designs originally, but they tend to grow on you now. Now I'm loving them. So that said, I'm iSlip. Thanks for watching. I got this from TF Source. And you can get it from TF Source. I don't know where else you can get it from, but TF Source definitely had them in stock when I got it 2 weeks ago. And yeah, I'm iSlip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And ciao.